in many senses, if you're going to really look at Oliver North and McFarland and the job that those men did and the pressure that they were under, they look like heroes to me.
And that sampling was taken in downtown Santa Barbara this afternoon. A 26-year-old Army private was laid to rest today in Santa Barbara 1 week after he was killed while serving his country. Jeff Rivas was buried at the Calvary Cemetery in Santa Barbara. About 150 people were there to pay their last respects. Rivas was killed in a helicopter crash at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He was one of 17 military men killed when 2 Black Hawk helicopters collided above the base. Rivas attended Santa Barbara High School and Santa Barbara City College. He is survived by his 6-year-old daughter, Angelique, who lives with his parents.
A 2-day sweep of drug dealers has ended, and it's ended with several arrests.
For more on the story, we go live to our Santa Maria newsroom and reporter Linda Bashirs. Linda.
Well, Paula and Roger, a total of 9 people are behind bars tonight for dealing drugs. The arrest ends a 3-week-long joint investigation right here in Santa Maria.
9 people were cuffed and taken into custody at several different locations. All had sold marijuana or cocaine to undercover cops in the last 3 weeks. The biggest bust was outside of the liquor barn. Sheriffs netted a total of 5.5 ounces of cocaine worth more than $30,000. They also seized a pound of marijuana worth $4,000 and $5,000 in cash. That bust led them here to another alleged drug dealer. Detectives rummaged through bathroom drawers, pants pockets, and even through their cars. They were searching for drugs and drug paraphernalia like this scale.
During our investigations, we followed suspects that we were buying cocaine from to each of these places, and they were using these residences to store or to cut up and package their cocaine for sale.
The sweep continued early this morning with 2 more arrests. Detectives collected a gram of speed and about $250 worth of marijuana.
And Roger and Paula, we should emphasize here that this is not an organized ring of dealers, but rather a loose group of dealers here in Santa Maria.
So officers don't think they have allegedly found big dealers in any sense of the word?
No, these aren't major dealers, but they're not small ones either. As we told you, they sold 4 ounces of cocaine to an undercover agent, which is worth about $25,000, and that's quite a bit of money.
Okay, Linda, thank you very much.
Thank you. In other news, a man accused of killing his girlfriend has pleaded not guilty to the charges. 39-year-old James Patrick Tate has been charged with murder in the death of Deborah Shellhouse. The 27-year-old woman was found strangled in her Santa Barbara apartment December 21st. Arriving officers also found Tate at the murder scene. He allegedly told an officer, quote, "I didn't mean to do it." Tate has been ordered to return to court May 27th for his murder trial.
Paula, merchants in downtown Ventura are starting a reward fund for information leading to the person who killed one of their own. 65-year-old George White was stabbed repeatedly on the morning of February 24th. White was setting up the Top Hat hamburger stand for business that morning, as he had many times previously. White's body was found by a fellow employee. To date, police have no motive, no suspects. The Downtown Association soliciting donations for a reward fund.
It was very scary for it to be so close, right in the middle of town. So we thought this is one way we could show that we really cared and we won't put up with this.
Police are also trying to find a missing witness. That witness may have been wearing a blue apron and Dodgers baseball cap. The FBI has released a photo of the man it believes robbed a Santa Barbara and Ventura bank this month. Authorities are seeking the public's help in identifying this man. On March 4th, the suspect robbed the Wells Fargo Bank on State Street in Santa Barbara. Witnesses say the same man robbed the Santa Barbara Savings and Loan in Ventura on March 14th. The suspect is described as Hispanic, 35 years old, 6 feet tall, 175 pounds, with black hair, brown eyes, and clean-shaven. And if you have any information, contact the FBI or the Santa Barbara Police Department.
Okay. Former race car driver Mickey Thompson and his wife were shot and killed early today outside their home. The 59-year-old Thompson and his wife Trudy were shot in the head in the San Gabriel Mountain community of Bradbury. Thompson had set nearly 500 world and national speed records during his racing career. He was the first American to drive a car over 400 miles an hour. A fatal accident at a bridge in San Diego this afternoon. A truck with a crane passed a bridge being built over Interstate 5 in San Diego, knocking loose a beam which fell, killing the truck driver. The several-ton beam also fell onto a car on the freeway, cutting it in half. Fortunately, the woman inside the car walked away from the wreckage unharmed.
And they say traffic was tied up for unbelievable distances from that.
I can imagine.
When Key News continues, we'll tell you why a popular music group won't be playing around here.
And we'll show you what they have unearthed in downtown Santa Barbara.
Well, get into an area where there's no tile. Get into an area.
Okay, fellas, we got a big game tomorrow, and this shows how we're going to beat them.
Right now, you can get up to $750 cash back at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer. It's the perfect opportunity to save a bundle on select Plymouth Sundances, Caravelles, and Colt imports in stock. But this incredible deal won't last forever, so don't wait. Buy one at your Southern California Chrysler Plymouth dealer today.
Hey, fellas, what about practice?
Deals like that don't last forever, Coach.
Hey, this fast break thing's getting out of hand.
Make your musical fantasy come true.
At Keyboard Fantasy's grand sale, imagine for only $99 a month and nothing down, you can have the grand piano of your dreams. See the Gold Coast's largest selection of new and used pianos and keyboards at incredible discounts. We will meet or beat anyone's prices. No money down financing is available for a limited time only at Keyboard Fantasy on the 101 freeway between the Vineyard and Rose exits.
One night I was so drunk, I couldn't remember where I left my car. The next week I was arrested for driving on the wrong side of the freeway. That woke me up. I went to Schick for medical treatment. I'm stubborn. I needed more than talk. Look, Schick takes just 10 days and a couple 2-day follow-ups. Need help? Call them now.
Schick's alcohol program has the #1 success rate.
We're back with the Ford Aerostar, and over here, come on back, the Dodge Grand Caravan. This Caravan has an available V6. Plus, it comes with front-wheel drive and a 770 protection plan standard. Aerostar doesn't. Caravan also has a higher customer satisfaction rating than Ford Aerostar, which makes the competition pale in comparison. So for great value, it's got to be a Dodge.
Come see the visible difference during Caravan Days at your Southern California Dodge dealers.
Archaeologists uncovered a major surprise while unearthing a part of Santa Barbara's past. It was discovered at the Presidio dig at the corner of Santa Barbara and Cannon Perdido Streets. Our Matt Markovich reports the find could be 200 years old.
While scraping and clawing away at this hardened clay soil, archaeologists came across a 30-foot row of stones laid in a diagonal direction. At first, they thought it was a garden wall, but its shape was later identified as a Spanish-style aqueduct.
Well, we were pretty excited about it because, I mean, we knew there was an aqueduct that fed the Presidio, but nobody knew that it necessarily came right to the back door of the commandant's quarters.
It was totally unsuspected. While we anticipated that sometime in the future we would find an aqueduct that was feeding the Presidio, we had no idea that it was going to be a complex systems with branch lines going to various areas.
To give you a better idea on how this all looked, this is an artist's impression of how the Presidio will look in 1992 when it's all reconstructed, and as it looked in 1810. I believe the aqueduct came through the commandant's quarters, which is here, and out into the plaza area. Eventually took water to a cistern for water storage. The aqueduct possibly predates the 1784 construction of the Presidio. It's believed the aqueduct supplied water to the Spanish fortress from Mission Creek, which is over a mile away. Santa Barbara's Trust for Historic Preservation is in the middle of a 20-year project to reconstruct the old Presidio. Members of California's Conservation Corps are supplying the labor, and it's finds like this one that make the sweaty work worthwhile.
Pretty cool. Getting a chance to find what other people haven't had the time to find.
Archaeologists believe there are more surprises hidden beneath these grounds. In Santa Barbara, Matt Markovich, Key News.
The rock and roll cult band, the Grateful Dead, have not been invited back to Ventura this summer. News of the no-show provided for mixed reaction, as Larry Good reports.
Too many people. Last year's 3-day Grateful Dead concert drew 60,000 people to the Ventura County Fairgrounds. That's 3 times the turnout for the 1985 show.
We can share the women, we can share the wine.
It doesn't matter where this band goes. Their loyal followers, known as Deadheads, are always there. But now fair officials say Grateful Dead concerts have outgrown the fairgrounds.
Well, the board felt that popularity of the concert had exceeded the ability of the fairgrounds to handle it.
Were there complaints?
There were many complaints from the community, especially the close-in neighbors who had to put up with it.
A tranquil condominium complex located near the fairgrounds ended up being an overflow campground last year.
It was pretty disgusting. There was a lot of trash and garbage, people, urinating on the sidewalk in public.
There are people swimming naked in the pool.
Now, here at Martell's Liquor on Thompson Boulevard in Ventura, business boomed when the Grateful Dead came to town. They did 3 weeks worth of business in 3 days. That means they sold more than 3,000 cases of beer.
They make lots of mess around, but still they are worth to come in town, money-wise.
There was mixed reaction to the news of a Grateful Dead no-show.
They should let them play here anytime they want. It kind of bums me out a little bit. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? The Grateful Dead.
We don't need any trouble. We need peacefulness. That's why I'm doing this.
But I hope they will bring this Deadheads concerts in town so this way everybody gets happy.
In Ventura, Larry Good, Key News.
Just never know where you're going to find a Deadhead these days.
They do have quite a following.
Yes. Coming up next on Key News, Phil Mann will try to put together an outlook for the weekend weather.
And we'll show you a rather strange sight for mid-March.
250 viewers will wind up with one of these hot-selling sports sides. Chevy's new full-size pickup of the year. Steps fore and aft of the rear fender, full bench cloth-molded seats, and anti-lock braking system. None of the competition has a truck like this sports side. The 8 great Chevrolet dealers made a special purchase, but they only got 250, which means the 8 great can only make 250 great deals. So hurry in today before someone else gets your deal. Ventura, Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, Simi Valley, Valencia, Santa Paula, Santa Barbara, Fillmore.
Some people grow old gracefully, but after my stroke, I felt old. A new feeling. My son invited me to live with him, but I want to live in my home. So I called Kelly Assisted Living. My assisted living caregiver helps me with cooking, cleaning, and laundry, plus companionship and care. That's important. But you know what I like best? I just feel a lot better about life.
For companionship and care in your home, call Kelly Assisted Living.
Remember how thrilled you were to get something extra special? It was almost too good to be true. Well, the feeling's back at Santa Barbara Savings. Their new high-interest premium certificate not only gives you great interest, but great premiums like these, depending on the amount you deposit in the term. So see Santa Barbara Savings today about their new high-interest premium certificate. It's almost too good to be true.
It's the end of the rainbow here at Joe Redford's Toyota, and it's the end of your search for the greatest deal on a new car, truck, or van. Toyota not only has the best vehicles, but Joe Redford's Toyota has the best deals. And during the month of March, it is when you make your deal, we'll give you as many silver dollars from our pot of gold as your hand can hold. And with all of those offers, if I can't sell you a new Toyota, I'll eat me shamrock, and that's no blarney.
You may have seen the sign of a hot, dangerous summer to come if you were driving along Highway 101 today. Now remember, it is only March, and local fire departments are already responding to small brush fires like this one. Fire crews don't know how this one got started, but they are asking folks to be careful with smoldering cigarettes and campfires. The weather we've been having is nice, but it could spell trouble down the road.
Well, yeah, I still think we'll get some rain within...
He's eternally optimistic.
Always optimistic. But we had some clouds and some haze around today, but I think now we're going to see an improvement for several days. Okay, come on in. Let's take a peek out the Key 3 weather window. 6:06 a.m., some blues, some high clouds, a bit of haze out there. Sunrise occurred at 6:11 this morning. This picture at 6:15 took the sun a little bit to poke through those clouds this morning. And then the rest of our day was punctuated by varying degrees of, well, scattered cloudiness and haze, but we stayed mostly sunny all afternoon. Outside right now, 57 degrees, moderate humidity, rising pressure at this hour, a light breeze, quite good visibility, and our low last night was 40. Warmer downtown today, 70 degrees at high noon, according to weather watcher Dick Williams, only 64, though, at the airport. Elsewhere, 70 at Paso Robles this afternoon, in the 60s at San Luis, Santa Maria, Oxnard, and Magoo, but look at that, Vandenberg only 56. Lompoc was cooler today too, but Solvang was our warm spot at 73, and in the lower 60s at Ojai, Ventura, and Simi Valley. It did feel warmer today, didn't it? And I've got good news for you. This is just the beginning of a nice warming trend that should keep us in very, very nice conditions all the way through the weekend. As a matter of fact, we'll probably peak in our temperatures. Now it looks like Saturday, and then be slightly cooler on Sunday. Good weekend ahead. Our pattern is changing, always changing. Ridge of high pressure now building up over the west should keep our skies fair. And by Friday and Saturday, we'll probably get a very light offshore flow. And not only will that keep our temperatures up there, but it'll also push out all that fog and haze and the scattered clouds we've had during the past couple of days. Offshore, this storm system, this is really a very intense storm. And it's increasing in intensity as time goes on. But, alas, it looks like one more time it's going to go into the northwest coast. No rain from this one, I'm afraid. Our temperatures are going to be just a shade chillier tonight. Will probably range from the upper 30s to the lower 40s at most locations. Tomorrow, slightly warmer in all districts. So our forecasts, clear early tonight, then late fog and low clouds pushing in along the coast. Tomorrow, a light morning marine layer. It's not going to amount to much, just patchy stuff. Quickly burning off to a sunny day and slightly warmer. Friday, even sunnier and warmer. Then warmer still on Saturday. A cooling trend begins Sunday. Sunset was at 10 after 6 tonight. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:10 a.m. High tide at 9:12 in the morning. Seas are flat. Nothing happening out there. So just essentially nice weather for the next 5 days.
I like to hear that when the weekend's close.
Yes, isn't that nice news?
Thank you, Phil.
Thank
Mention heart surgery, and most of us think of middle-aged or older patients. But each year, 25,000 children nationwide undergo heart surgery to correct problems they were born with. In tonight's Key Health Report, Willa Sandmeyer tells us new technology is allowing surgeons to get a full view of the heart problem before they operate.
An X-ray is one way doctors can diagnose problems in the heart. Computed tomography, or CT scans, are another. Now, science has gone one step further. By combining existing technology with sophisticated computers, doctors can now see three-dimensional pictures of the human heart. The process is called 3D cardiac imaging.
What we're trying to emulate with this process is the appearance of the heart in the operating room, as though the surgeon were doing an open heart procedure.
That allows the doctor to see the heart in detail before he operates on the patient, providing a more correct diagnosis of the problem. 3D imaging is especially useful in diagnosing heart problems in infants and children. The technique found a heart defect in 14-month-old Alex Dixon that other diagnostic tests had missed.
It made me more confident because from the physician's standpoint, he was able to see better what was going on. It gave him more information. For myself, it gave me more confidence in what the doctors were doing.
In the not-too-distant future, the computer graphics that will produce these kinds of images will be realizable at a very low cost and be installed on the desktops of many physicians.
Here's to your health. I'm Willa Sandmeyer.
Up next in Key Sports, the Gaucho basketball team leaves for Cincinnati.
And we'll tell you about the Westmont Warriors playoff battle in Kansas City. Stay with us.
When you need a copier for any use, come into Coastal Copy. I'm Tom from Coastal Copy. From small office copiers to full duplicating systems, Coastal Copy has a full line of Mita copiers. Like the Mita 2585, an automatic two-color copier, reliable, efficient, and productive. At Coastal Copy, our service makes the difference. We live here, we work here, we care about our community. We've been here for over 20 years. Come and see our complete line of Mita copiers at Coastal Copy in Goleta.
This is the family room. Every house needs one. Has plenty of comfortable places to hang out, listen to music. It's the Ford Aerostar. It's built for trips to the Grand Canyon or to the supermarket.
This part's easy. And it runs and runs because it's a Ford. If you need more room for your family, don't build onto your house. Add an Aerostar.
Elmhurst School demonstrates 1, 2, 3, Go, the fast breakfast you order by number at McDonald's. Order one, thank you, Susie, and get an Egg McMuffin, hot hash browns, and a regular breakfast beverage. Maria demonstrates number 2, the same combo but with our sausage biscuit with egg, while Jason's number 3 features a hot bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. So try it. Note, when using the drive-thru, please say the number. But hurry, each breakfast is just $1.69, but soon that price will be 1, 2, 3 gone.
The way cars are changing, you never know what's coming next. That's why you may want Chevron Supreme with Tekraline. Controls deposits while cleaning not just fuel injectors, complete intake systems. High-octane Chevron Supreme delivers high performance no matter what car you drive. Chevron Supreme.
Paul Vercam is sitting in for Dan Elliott, who is off with the Gauchos to Cincinnati.
He took off for Cincinnati today, and of course some other developments in Kansas City. Almost lost in all of the Gaucho euphoria. The Westmont basketball team's dramatic run, 12 wins in a row after starting off with an 11-8 record. And today, Westmont found itself in Kansas City, playing in the NAIA tournament. Warriors seeded 17th versus 16th seed Wisconsin Eau Claire Kemper Arena first half. Eric Davis of Eau Claire jams it. He's an all-district performer. In a crowd, it's Westmont's Brian Holt. He answers pretty turnaround jumper. A tight and exciting first half. The teams go into the locker room tied at 34, but in the second half, Eau Claire turns into the Kansas City Bombers. Guard Tim Blair hits the three-pointer. Warriors trail by 10 or more most of the half. Strong power move by the Warriors' Doug Friedman of Thousand Oaks, but too little too late. The Warriors' season ends with a 15-point loss. Just too much Eau Claire firepower in that second half.
First half, we had just played, just average basketball, and we felt like we were in a good position because we felt like we could, play better. Obviously, we played worse, and they played a lot better. I think they played a tremendous second half. Defensively, I think they took us out of a lot of things. It's a credit to their preparation and the defensive intensity I think that they did, and they performed in the second half.
Nevertheless, a great season for Westmont, and while the Warriors head back home, the UCSB basketball team is on its way to Cincinnati. Hundreds of fans jam the airport to see the team off and wish the players good luck in their first appearance in the NCAA playoffs. Maryland Terrapins, here come the Gauchos.
Everybody's coming up congratulating you, wishing you good luck and everything, and it's good to have the student body behind you.
The team spent this week trying to concentrate on final exams. Head coach Jerry Pym believes the Gauchos will hit the boards as hard as they've hit the books.
The work right now is wrapped up in the anxious moments before we get away, and then we'll settle down when we get back. And it's been hectic because final exams, of course, but it's fun. We worked real hard to get here, and now that we're here, I think the kids are going to settle down, loosen up, and play real good against Maryland.
UCSB plays Maryland at 4 o'clock on Friday. Our own Dan Elliott is traveling back to Cincinnati with the team, and he'll be reporting back to us starting tomorrow. And more honors today for the #1 seed in the tournament, Temple. Owls coach John Chaney named the Coach of the Year by the United States Basketball Writers Association. And no surprise, Mark Shakin' Bacon Macon named the Freshman of the Year. Macon averaged 20 points this year. Temple opens the NCAA tourney Friday against Lehigh. Well, for the Dodgers this year, relief pitcher Jay Howell is a big question. He's coming off arm surgery. Today, Howell was lit up by the Kansas City Royals, giving up 6 runs in the 7th. Dodgers lost just their 3rd exhibition game of the year, 10-2. And the Angels play the A's today, as you see right there. California's 7-6 winner. And a good news on the Westmont front in baseball. A late ad here. Westmont beat USC today in baseball for the first time since 1977. The score was 7-3. A great game for Westmont, sort of surprise.
That's quite a dry spell from 77. That's good for them.
Well, SC was rated 7th in the country, so you can imagine what a big win that is.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Still ahead tonight on Key News, we'll take you to the theater where you will learn to laugh at some serious matters.
It's a show. If you misplay it again, Sam, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
It's Gottschalk's one-day fine jewelry sale, Saturday only. You'll find 40 to 50% off diamonds. This waterfall ring, now $599. 40% off colored stone jewelry. This blue topaz ring is now $249. 60% off 14-karat gold chains and bracelets. This bracelet now $279. 50% off 14-karat gold earrings. These shrimp hoops now $99. At Gottschalk's one-day fine jewelry sale, Saturday only.
The 8th grade Chevrolet dealers want you to be the first to drive Chevy's all-new full-size pickup. None of the competition has a pickup like this, but the 8th grade only have 250 of these hot-selling sports sides, which means the 8th grade can only make 250 great deals. So hurry in today before someone else gets your deal. Steps fore and aft of the rear fender, anti-lock brake system. Well, how do you like it?
I don't like it.
What?
I love it.
I knew that. Ventura, Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, Simi Valley, Valencia, Santa Paula, Santa Barbara, Fillmore.
It's the 50s once again. Yes, now at Disneyland, you can blast the past. Imagine that. Grimmies and Hodads, grab your surfboards and hit the sand for the Rockin'est Beach Party under the sun. Main Street topping with a brand new 50s parade and street show. But wait, there's more. You can win one of 5 classic 50s cars or one of 300,000 other great prizes. It's the perfect gift. And that's not all. Live sounds are going down every day to shake, rattle, and roll back the years. Isn't that amazing? So tell your friends, then be the first on your block to blast to the past at Disneyland and tell them Mickey sent you.
If you've ever had a rough time with a relationship, or if you've helped a friend through one, then you'll appreciate a play which has just opened up on the South Coast. KEYT News entertainment editor Lance Orozco says the play is one of writer Woody Allen's classics. Play it again, Sam.
The world is full of eligible women.
Not like Nancy. She was a lovely thing. I used to lie in bed at night and watch her sleep. Once in a while, she'd wake up and see me. She'd let out a scream.
The paranoia of Woody Allen comes to life in the Santa Barbara Theater Group's production of Play It Again, Sam.
It's about this guy who's very much the alter ego of Woody Allen himself, who doesn't do terribly well making out with women, and takes as his image of success in that area the macho image of Humphrey Bogart.
Actor Todd Allen Strauss plays the problem-plagued divorcee created in Allen's own image.
Let's see, now that's 2, 4, 6 aspirin. I'm turning into an aspirin junkie. Next thing you know, I'll be boiling the cotton at the top of the bottle to get the extra.
The advice-filled spirit of Humphrey Bogart is a challenging role handled by Santa Barbara actor Paul Michael Quick.
I watched a lot of films, and I tried to pick up his traits. And the way I learned how to do his voice was, I stole it from Rich Little, actually. I used to watch Rich Little all the time, and I've learned to do impressions by watching other people do impressions.
Just like the Woody Allen book and the original play, this version of the play isn't exactly rated PG.
Yvonne, I don't feel any rapport with you, and I don't think you physically. Don't take it personal.
Play It Again, Sam runs through March 26th at Santa Barbara's Garvin Theater. In Santa Barbara, Lance Orozco, KEYT News.
That was pretty clever. Go to Rich Little, the source beyond the source, and figure out how he did it.
I don't know. Woody Allen and Casablanca add up to classics, both classics.
Got to.
That's our news at 6. Thanks for joining us.
Paul and I will see you back here at 11 for KEYT News Tonight. Have a great evening.